Okay, we're back for part 2 of the Southbend rejuvenation, I guess we could call it. We're not doing a full rebuild or restoration on it, we're just kind of fixing. So anyways, the battery went dead on the camera, so part 1 kind of ended a bit abruptly there, but I'll show you what we got done here. We got our bushing made here. It's a little over 100 thousandths thick, and made it a little extra thick. We got lots of adjustment on here now, and we've got our bunch of our parts soaking in purple cleaner here, degreasing and getting cleaned up nice. Then we're going to soak it in, well, we'll see what it looks like. We might soak it in some rust remover and get everything cleaned up, and then we've got enough room here with the way this fits. Everything's nice and square and everything now, that we can surface grind the dials if we want to, and we'll still have room for adjustment because we've probably got 25 or 30 thousandths adjustment available. So that's the compound lead screw. We filed the burrs off of here and slid the mounting nut off, and we did a little looking and researching, and that seems to be machined onto the shaft. So I'll have to go through my cutters and make sure that I've got the right cutter for this. And we got a piece of steel here, and it's pretty good stuff. It's actually a track bar out of the truck. We get a lot of them around here with the auto repair, lots of tie rod ends and track bars, stuff like that. And of course, that's pretty good steel. They don't use cheap stuff for steering components. So we cut a piece that's just a shade longer than the yeah, it's probably a 1/16 of an inch longer than our forcing screw. So we're going to put that in the forward jaw, and we're going to center drill both ends of it so we can run it on centers, and then turn it to our, probably a little bit bigger than our major diameter on the gear here, because we're only turn it to this shoulder here. We'll leave the rest of it as full size because we want as much stability as we can get when we're turning these threads. If we turn all this down to small diameters, then we're going to get a lot more flex and have a lot more trouble. We'll end up having to use a follow rest, which we have a follow rest for this lathe, but and we may end up using it. But if we can maintain as large major diameters as possible until we're done with the thread, then we can take the rest of our diameters down and then do our gear as the gear and the keyway, of course, as our last steps in fixing that. So what we're going to do tonight is put a center face and center this shaft here, get it set up. We'll turn a shoulder when we center it. We'll turn a shoulder to put a dog on one end, and then we'll get her set up and start turning it and see where we get to. It's already almost 9 o'clock at night, and I got customers coming tomorrow morning. We've been at it pretty much all day here, and I got a truck on the hoist. I got to finish doing axle seals on because they, of course, didn't get the right parts the first time around, so I had to go get the other parts at closing time tonight. So tomorrow morning, that's the first job. But anyways, that's not what we're working on in this video. We're working on the lathe. So I'll take you over, and you'll be a little shaky here, get you set up on by the lathe here, and we'll do a little forward jaw work. See, maybe we'll get you to ride the tailstock, see how that works. That's always fun, isn't it? Let's see. Turn around here. here and get the light up out of the way a little bit. There, you can kind of see what we're doing. Maybe, if you look close. Okay. First we'll take our brass out that we used to make our bushing with. Keep our jaws as centered as we can for some of this. And let me see, drill out of here. Doesn't have to be in there anymore. Give us some more room to work with this. So we'll turn all our jaws out same amount each time, somewhat. Make it a little bit easier to center up. Maybe. See, we're gonna have to move you back a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to leave enough out because these ends aren't perfectly straight. And do a rough indicating on it. We got, I think this is 1 3/8, and that. And let's just take a quick look here. Yeah, it's just over 1 3/8, and we're going down to 1/140. So basically 1 1/4, I think. Somewhere around there where we're going to. Pretty close. So we got lots of meat to take off, so we don't have to be dead nuts. But it's always good to have things centered. I'll drop our indicator on and do a little forge on here. Oh yeah, we're out by a mile. Maybe a mile and a half. I'll get her tuned in here a ways. Not round. Let's see. So, yeah, well, we're within 7 or 8 thou. I think that's going to be lots close enough for the games we're playing here. Okay. So, let's see. Drop that S&MG on there. What that one is. Anyways, it's a modified tool holder that we made to turn the metric tool holder into a standard tool holder. It's clearance to the bed on the surface grinder, and you guys are leaning a bit here. Let's move you around and see if we can get you leveled up. Don't want you getting dizzy. There, I might get some vibration when we get you spinning here. Okay, what are we at? We're at 300. Now we go a little faster than that. 381. I'm not a real high-speed machinist. This lathe is going to need some work too once we get the other one working. The apron needs a bunch of work. Feed screw is bent on it, so it doesn't like staying engaged all the time, and the cross feed kicks out all the time. I think it's got some pretty good wear in there, so with the Southbend working reliably, then take this one apart, see what we got to do to it. Okay, I think we're pretty much squared up there. Let's move her down a little bit here. See if we can get an interrupted cut here. Not running really straight. I think she'll handle it. Rounded down and put a dog onto it. Just want to run it through and square into your center drill. Run over the curl there. I think 100,000 total offered. Yeah, 50,000 separate cash. I don't think you're going to want to take any more from the Southbend. Where get turning between centers, won't be going for any heavy cuts on that. We're going for precision. There, we start to cut all the way around. Check our size after this run down. See what we're getting to. Okay, let's see where we're at here. We're in need of a new caliper is what we're in need. 1,290. So we got another 1/8 of an inch we can take off of there. So it's taking 50 thousandths. Oh look, we want to leave enough so that we can make sure we get her trued up. Both ends are actually going to be down to 3/4 of an inch or less. So this is where the gear is going to be running. We're going to cut the gear that we need the major diameter. But like I said before, we still want to maintain as much meat on here as possible.